Turn me up in the headphones. Yeah. Yeah. Busy. Let's get into it.
Peace, love, and happiness, so I can grab the piece. Start wildin' and clapping shit. Running with the rock in the jungle before Jumanji, nigga. Knobs come to not get low. Be hard to find me, nigga. Back talk, depending on the size. There's levels, my guys. Call me a clown, I have my 2 cents. Show you my penny wise. You and me, mano, we mono. Gangsta, we gon' see. Call the Uber, bring me to you. Now this is Uber Eats. Serve a play to get served, boy. I'll send the word, boy. Your youth start to shoot, word get back like you heard, old boy. That's a personal conversation between the guys. Looking at Divvy like who ordered lobster beside the fries. Still ghetto, you still feel the way. We still handle our problems with the steel or metal. Real settle, Henny in your face, stand still, fellow. Pocket taps better to give than receive, so let nobody stack money.
Cash stuff and other stuff. We here, yo. It's your boy DJ Duya. We got Jay Busy, of course, co-host, and Favre Rock's greatest. Coach
Salute.
Hello.
And Baltimore's
God.
side GM.
What they need to do is get
Man
rid
of the year.
GM consulting
Christy Marie in the building, of course.
I'm back.
She's back. We can't even see you. We the people's gonna be staring at the wall.
Yeah, they gotta stay at the wall today.
Jesus Christmas.
It's been it's been a hard 2 days.
Wow. All right. Well, let's get into the topics that we got lined up. So the Baltimore Ravens, they had a tough loss against the
real tough.
Who did they play again?
Patriots.
The Patriots. So the Patriots, Lamar Jackson got injured, didn't return. They said it was a back injury. But the real talk was that
oh no, it's staticky again.
Derrick Henry was not on the field for the last 8 minutes of the game after he was averaging like 7 yards a carry, and he helped them.
No one else hears that static?
I don't hear it yet.
I hear it, but show must go on.
Okay, you do hear it? I don't hear
a little
it.
bit. It's not bad though.
Okay. Show must go on. That's a fact. All right. So I wanted you guys to watch this John Harbaugh.
You gotta get the cash.
John Harbaugh press conference, and then here's the sound.
Yeah, he was coming back in the game. I think we had Keaton start the game. Derek and Keaton had talked about that. Keaton had started
hold on, let me just get the guy's question. The guy's question was
how serious it'll be. We'll have to find out in the next couple of days. He got kneed in the back, on the ground there.
John, why wasn't Derrick Henry in the game in those? I know the last is 2 minutes, but the second to last
drive, yeah. He was coming back in the game. I think we had Keaton start the game. Derek and Keaton had talked about that. Keaton had started the other drive, and Derek came in and finished it off, so it's part of that rotation. He was going back in the game, then we got stopped. I think we had, 2 carries on that out of the 4 plays, maybe? 5 out of the 6 plays.
What are you happy with the play call? First down pass there. You mentioned Keaton getting a couple carries, but don't you want Derrick Henry in the game at that point? It's kind of who he is.
I look back and I say, play call's the play call. If it works, we're thrilled about it. If it doesn't work, we're not happy about it. We tried a first down run the second part of that drive and got nothing. So, those get stopped too, especially when they're all up there in the line of scrimmage. So we had an RPO call that ended up being it could have been thrown, actually, and it was given, and they ended up stopping that. I think we got 3 yards on that one. So I don't like the drive at all. Looking back, would I rather have Derek starting the drive? Yeah, but, Derek was kind of ready for Keaton to start that drive. And then he was planning on coming in next, so they were working that rotation. You look back on it, I think it's pretty easy to say, hey, he should have been in there or shouldn't have been in there. but we're rotating those guys throughout the game as two backs, you know. And but yeah, game-winning drive. Do I want Derrick Henry on the field? Sure, I do want him on the field.
So here's my thing. All right, if they was rotating, then why the fuck was he not on one of the two drives? So if they're rotating between the drives, then why was he out for two straight drives? It doesn't make sense what he's talking about. And me personally, I feel like, Derrick Henry fumbled, so they took him out the game because he fumbled. So why he just don't say that?
I mean, I don't know. I think he did say at one point they had an agreement that Derrick would come and finish the drive. So maybe Keaton had one whole drive that was his. He was going to come in for the next drive that started and Derrick finish it off. It didn't happen like that. But we got to call it what it is. He fumbled again in another big game, and it reminded you of the last time.
Right.
But the difference between this game and last time is last time he was only averaging about 2 yards a carry, bro. He had 13 yards for like 24 yards, 13 carries for like 24 yards, and he get a fumble, then I can see why you would pull it. But
right.
He's averaging damn near 5 a carry, and he gets a fumble. That's just a mistake. You gotta keep feeding him. You can't pull him out and punish him that late in the game.
I agree with you. I can't even. What do you think, Drew? I think.
No, I absolutely. Harbaugh, they made him and the coordinator made a big mistake with this. I like the rotation that they rotate, but as a coach, you got to realize game situations.
Right. And
in game situations, you got to put your horse in, and especially with Lamar not being in at this point, so you got to put the weight more on the shoulders of your running back that you bring in and to make plays like this in that situation. So Harbaugh and the coordinators are at fault for that. Harbaugh, because he's the head coach. So
right.
He's more at fault. So he has to look and say, why is Henry not in? I know he probably said, well, I trust my guys that's out there. But, you got and Henry was rolling in this game at that.
That's
he was rolling.
Yeah, that's
right. So, he has to take the blame for this. It's not a fireable offense. No. But you got to take the blame, and you really probably cost your chance of making the playoffs this year.
Let me tell you something. This is what comes with being such a good coach like him and Tomlin, right? Where you win so much, the only thing it gets to the point where they only want to see a Super Bowl.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You made it to the playoffs this many times. You made it to AFC Championship games this many times. But when's the last time you won a Super Bowl? Now, right. Baltimore teams like the Steelers, they done won so much and have such a good roster. Us as fans of the game, and then fans like diehard fans like Christie, they're accepting nothing but Super Bowl. You hear what I'm saying? Just like, in all truth be told, like we talked about pre-show, and I think we talked about this a couple of times, with no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar, seems like, tippy-topsy, Josh Allen should have no reason why he can't beat a Drake May, Justin Herbert. There's no reason why you shouldn't beat because we've been talking about you, Patty, and Lamar the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years,
right.
about it's going to be used to make it. When Burrow was healthy, Burrow got there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he was healthy, he got there. He couldn't complete the mission. Fault. He couldn't complete the mission, but he got there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like he's been the topic. With Burrow, Holmes, Lamar, Josh Allen have been the AFC quarterbacks that we have said have got to make it. Now there's no Mahomes. There might be no Lamar. There's not going to be no Burrow. Bro, you're the only guy left. There should be no reason why you can't run through these teams when we feel like Mahomes and Lamar was your biggest competition.
Right.
But they win so much, we're expecting them to win Super Bowls now, bro. So that's why you see people saying Harbaugh need to be fired because it's like, bro, you made it to the playoffs all the time. You make it to the AFC Championship game most of the time. We want you to win a Super Bowl. Now, teams like us, the Jets, would love to have a coach like him to get us to the playoffs that many times and to win one. We would love it, but we won't get that.
Just to be relevant again.
Just to be relevant again. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore's been relevant so long It's like the entitled kid. If at 16, all the time the kid's been until 16, every birthday he's got thousands of dollars and this new and this new and this new. When he's hit to 18, he wants the G-Wagon, my boy. He don't want no Lexus. He doesn't want a Honda. He wants the G-Wagon.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a fact.
He wants a Lamborghini outside. He doesn't want a Honda. He doesn't know humble beginnings. You get
That's
what I'm
my
saying?
daughter. She got a 300 Mercedes.
You see what I'm saying?
I said that's the equivalent of me having the Lexus IS or something at 19.
So it's like you Baltimore is so used to winning. They're the entitled kid. They're the kid that just doesn't. They want it. We don't accept nothing else but the greatest.
Yeah, look at somebody that's on the screen with us. They want to fire the coach that's one of the most winningest coaches in the league.
She's been saying that since week 1.
Him and his brother,
craziness.
are some of the most football savvy minds that I feel like it's offense and defense. It's just not like it's just one category. Both the brothers, offense and they may specialize at something. Like they like to do the run game. They both specialize at the run game,
right? But
they have a wide variety of offense and defense, and that's why I like both the brothers, man. I love both the brothers, man.
I saw something. I not even saw something. Adam Schefter this morning on I think it was Get Up or one of them shows. He was saying that Baltimore is in a situation where Lamar Jackson is coming up for an extension. And he was kind of painting a picture that Baltimore might not give him the extension and they might move on from him. And because basically this was Adam Schefter's take on it, that Lamar Jackson is going to command upwards of $60 million. That's going to eat up their cap, and they already have an amazing team, and they still can't get it done. So with him eating up all the cap, they might as well just try to find a serviceable quarterback in the draft or something, and then beef up the team. You know what I'm saying? With the rest of that money. That was kind of his thinking. So, but where I'm spinning it is, we're all Jets fans. What would you give up? What would you trade for Lamar Jackson if you, as a Jet fan?
One of those first round picks, actually. One.
I'm
not gonna give up two.
They definitely taken. They need 3 at least for Lamar Jackson.
I'm
giving up all of them.
I get no. What I'm saying is, I can't give them both mine from next year. I can give them one from next year, one from the next year. Like I can give them 3 spread out, but I can't just go ahead and give you 2 next year. And then I can't do that. I can give you 1 next year, 1 the following year, and 1 after that. So you have 2 first-round picks also. But I can't just call myself giving you all my first-round picks for Lamar. That's only going to give us about 4 or 5 years of his career.
Might be the greatest 4 or 5 years of your life, bro.
I think someone's cell phone is near the. I think someone's cell phone is near the whatever else they're using, and that's why the static's coming. So everyone move your cell phone from your device that you're using.
But I mean, bro, then for what? Guess what? Lamar 2.0 being on the damn Jets. He has 1 running back, 1 receiver, and another guy that can possibly win, which is he got Zay Flowers, Garrett Wilson, Rashad Bateman. Could be Mechie or one of the. It's just 2.0. You have to add more with the Jets. Every time you add somebody to the Jets, if you don't put more around them, it's always going to be 2.0 or what he was prior to. It was Justin Fields, 2.0 Chicago. If you bring Lamar over, it'd be 2.0 Ravens minus the defense.
But like you said, if you ain't never get nothing for Christmas, as long as you get a damn triple fat goose.
Oh, it's static again.
Listen, bruh. I get it. I definitely get it. But also, when I put that triple fat goose up and go to zip it and it gets stuck up here, because one of those little threads is missing, and I go to zip pop open, the puff, it's only good then for just to go up here. Okay. I only got 3/4. Now I got to wear a sweater underneath with a hoodie.
I got you.
Nah, I don't want to do that. I
We'll
want to
do
all
that.
the way up to the neck, and then I can put the hoodie up over it.
Right,
I don't want
right.
to go 3/4 up, and I gotta get a hoodie. Nah, I want something that's gonna work all the way. So I get it. Yes, I'll be thankful for the jacket. I'm not gonna be freezing, but if we don't, bro, we have the money. We have the money. We have the picks.
You got the pick.
Listen, Baltimore. We want you want to get over the hump. If you tie to Lamar, listen, we'll give you 3 picks spread out for the next 3 years. Probably give you a second round next year also because we got a couple of those. Give them something with it, okay.
Yeah.
But we also got to spend some of this money on one of these free agent wide receivers. Not going to go get another young boy. Garrett, we have Garrett for another 5 years. Let's make his 5 worth him staying. Because if he stays, then that shows up, makes other offensive players want to come over there and play. Brees, we already lost Brees.
Yeah, he's out.
Brees, and I want to keep him, but we insulted him so much.
I'm good with him. He could go.
Bro, he can go only because our offensive line ain't shit. If we get an offensive line, you can see what he'll do. Put him with San Diego or a Dallas Cowboys. Let him go over to Dallas. I bet you that bitch have 1,000 yards every year in Dallas.
Probably will, but he ain't doing it here, so.
Because we don't have the line. We don't have the weapons around him to pull it. Every game teams are putting 8 in the box and saying, beat us with your arm.
Yeah. If she jumps out again. Do you guys hear the static? I don't hear the shit.
I don't hear it either.
Nah, not no more. That was like early.
Words of Drew, the show must go on. Let's go.
Yeah. So I mean, what did you think, Drew? You would give up everything for him?
No, I was joking with that, but I would give up a significant amount to acquire him because he just gives us a shot.
You know? Right. But would you give it? How much would you give up? Honestly, Drew, knowing that we had 2 picks, I think for the next 2 years.
I would give up a first, a second, and maybe like a 4th, like a late round pick somewhere in that 4th to 5th round, and a couple players. But I would want Lamar and another couple draft picks as well, though. Just not Lamar by himself. So I would give up a first. I wouldn't even think about giving up a first. Like if I was to do that, I would give up a first for 26 and 27.
Yeah, that's what nothing.
Something like that. Then like a 4th round pick somewhere in there, and then maybe a player or 2. Then get Lamar back with some draft picks and maybe like a receiver that probably like in the development stage.
Yeah,
that may have potential, something like that. But I would give up because he just gives us a shot. It's worth it, to have a shot.
Would you take Bernard from Alabama?
Bernard?
Yeah, number 17. I think his number 17. I think it is.
Oh, the receiver.
Receiver, yeah. Would you take him from? Would you take him as a developed piece over there, or is he not?
Yeah, somebody like that, or even like the running back that Derrick Henry rotating with right now. Someone like him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like somebody like that, somebody that got like that shows like upside. You know what I mean? Like, they can help. Yeah, you throw him into the trade. Somebody like that. Yeah. But I think, while we talking about that, I think Baltimore, if his contract runs out and they don't resign him, that could be a big mistake. I wouldn't rush pushing Lamar Jackson out. You know what I mean? Now I wouldn't sign him to another maybe 5-year deal just because he's always injured. But I would throw a 2-year, 100 million, 120 million.
Don't wait too late to sign him and let him go do that. Right. Test the free agent market and see what you get and we'll match it. Because you fuck around and run into a team like the Eagles that'll do.
Oh, they'll take him in a heartbeat.
You're a trade bait. We're gonna pull you over here and trade you to somewhere else. No, they do.
But the last free agency that he went through, they was kind of shitting on Lamar.
It was shitting on him, but that was on the heels of what's his face, from Cleveland, and they was all trying to like
Sean Watson.
Right.
So that was on the heels of that, yeah.
Deshaun Watson was on the heels of Deshaun Watson, and you got your mom as your agent. NFL was not hearing that.
Oh yeah.
Right.
They was like, "What? Like you think we're gonna do the Deshaun Watson, and you got your mom talking for you?" He was like, "All right." But now, guess what? He went got the money he wanted, and he brought everything but a Super Bowl.
Right. Yep. Because he balled in the very next year, and then this is really his first week season.
Yeah. So
the 1 year they didn't make it, he didn't play.
Right. He came in mid-season with Flacco.
Right.
Flacco last year. He came in mid, and they went to the playoffs that year, I think.
It did the same thing this year, though, technically speaking. So it's like, what? He has some type of way in with his money besides the injury part.
Right.
They're gonna say your injury. So the 2 years, Drew, sounds great. I just think that wherever he go, they're gonna have to put some money up on him. They're gonna have to drop the bag on him for him to feel like, all right, it's worth playing again.
All right, so
absolutely.
Christy, we were just chatting about the Lamar. So for I want to say at least
ask her how she feels if Lamar became a Jet.
No, at least 10 weeks. We in what? Week 17 now?
17, yeah.
At least 10 weeks you've been screaming fire Harbaugh. Harbaugh should go. Johns doesn't got it no more. So this in the group chat, these are the guys that you said should be Harbaugh's replacement. We got Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame, John Gruden.
That's not
former head coach and Raiders head coach.
You see those memes?
Yeah. Yep. Blue 26. Brian Flores, the former he's New England Patriots defensive coordinator and Dolphins head coach, and I think he's with the Vikings defensive. Now, Eric Bieniemy, I thought Eric Bieniemy was the head coach of UCLA. Then I looked it up, and he's the Bears running back coach. You went from offensive coordinator to running back coach?
He was a coordinator there, and they had a rough year.
This is just showing you a prime example of I will take anyone at this point, and that we just need a different switch. Let me explain something to you guys.
All right, go ahead.
Eric, okay. Andy Reid was on the Eagles, and I've said it before, and they couldn't get over the hump. Now they do a switch. Andy Reid's always been known as a good coach. He goes to the Chiefs. What happens? Chiefs do great. Eagles do great. The Ravens need a young coach. They need that aggressive again. They need that spark. You know, for a while I was saying Rex Ryan. I was saying Bill Belichick. And then I said, you know what? If it wasn't going to be Mike McDonald, who we got rid of and he went to the Seahawks, we need someone that has a style. And I only put the running back coach because of the whole Lamar agility, how Lamar Jackson is. You know, is he a running back versus a quarterback? He's that running back quarterback. Todd Monken has lost our identity. We built so much on the offense that we lost our defensive identity. Ravens, you used to think of, all right, boom, they're that defensive team. You're thinking of that old, defensive, no one wants to touch us on that field team, okay? What we did last week against the Bengals and that defensive play and Kyle Van Noy lateraled it to Gilman, what's his name? I keep saying, that was a Ed Reed move right there. Ed Reed used to do that all the time, okay? That was bringing defensive identity. That was bringing, oh my God, the Ravens, granted, I think something's been off with Lamar for a while now, whether it's injuries, whether it's the number 77 not protecting him, whether it's coaching, whether it's he's not happy, okay? He doesn't have wide receivers. You can't blame Lamar. He's throwing dots, and these guys are dropping them.
And fumbling them.
Right. Then why I've been saying fire John Harbaugh, you don't, okay, and this is where my hypocritical is going to get involved. You don't put Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter. Why? Is it because of the sports betting? Is it because of the script? Is it because everyone saw what Derrick Henry was doing when he got on that field? So now you don't put Derrick Henry, and now we lose the game because Derrick Henry was running on these guys. They couldn't stop him. You put Keaton Mitchell, who gets crunched.
He was getting crunched. I don't. I mean, we just played the. I think you weren't on. We just played the sound, and his explanation of it didn't make any sense.
Bottom line is the man wanted to punish Derrick Henry, and it ended up backfiring on his ass.
Yes. I was on a podcast yesterday, And they think that when Derrick Henry fumbled the ball, John got spiteful. And John basically put him in the doghouse. And Derrick Henry went up to Lamar and he apologized to Lamar, like, you know, boom.
Andrews is going to jail. We just want to let you know.
But didn't he score another touchdown after the fumble?
He did. So he made up for it. Right. But here's the thing, and this is, and let me tell you guys something else. Now, I'm a girl, so people think like, oh, she don't know football. I know a lot of football, but
no, that's why you're here, because you respect your football acumen.
You put Marlon Humphrey on Stephon Diggs when Stephon Diggs was cooking us? Are you dumb? Marlon Humphrey is
booty. I thought it was booty.
Marlon Humphrey is looking to the left. Oh, I'm sorry. Tylan Wallace too. He gotta go. Wiggins gotta go. Like they're not. Our pass rush is terrible. Our pass rush is terrible.
Horrible. Like I don't understand.
You have Stephon Diggs who was literally making fun of us, and you only put one-on-one coverage with him. You guys, the Patriots didn't have their number one linebacker or something like that. So that's why everyone kept saying Ravens run game. That first drive, I was with a Patriots fan. He said, oh shit, y'all look good. What the fuck happened after that? Marlon Humphrey got the interception. Good. It's like when these guys do a good play, that's it. That's it. I did my thing for today. Like we were not, first of all, we should have never let them get that many points. At the end of the day, I don't want to go to the playoffs with this team because it's going to be the same thing. First round exit. Defense wins championships. We do not have a defense. For anything that's going to make it in the playoffs, you have to have a defense.
No. Your defense is there. The coaching? What the fuck did you do getting the Bears coach to coach your D? Like that was, I don't know what they thought. They thought maybe it's just the Bears players that are making his defense look bad. No, it's him. It's him.
Correct.
Like, out of all the defensive coaches they could have went, listen, ain't nothing changed about the Ravens from last year to this year, but the coaching. No players. No, they added players, bro. The coaching changed. It's not your
now,
play.
let me tell
I get it. Players have to make plays. Players got to make plays.
Our number one thing was losing Clowney. Patrick Queen, I'm okay with. Clowney made a big. Clowney was throwing into these guys. Clowney was running up that play. So losing Clowney was big for us. And not for nothing, when you think of Ravens defense, you're not thinking of Roquan Smith. You're thinking of fucking Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton cannot be Kyle Hamilton cannot be the whole defense. Ardarius Washington came back. He looks great. Travis Robinson came back. He looked great. Our best pickup was Gilman because Gilman is allowing Hamilton to free up more now. That was our best pickup. However, we are not making defensive plays. We should have never let the Bengals 24-0. We looked great on that defensive side. But you can't sit there and now, all right, our offense is terrible, so defense has to step up. And defense was on the field a lot on Sunday night. So were they getting tired? Probably, but you can't. Our defensive coach was not ready. Zach Orr is not ready for a Ravens type of team. Go be a defensive coordinator somewhere else.
Two things need to change. Move Harbaugh to your defense, make Clive Harbaugh on your defense, and bring in an offensive coordinator. Eric Bieniemy. I promise you'll be back there.
Who was the guy that went for the ball? I think it was a fourth down, and then Stephon Diggs caught it. Who? Because he tried to bat the ball down. I don't know if it was Wiggins or
Marlon Humphrey.
It was Humphrey. Okay, yeah, you gotta just tackle him in that situation, man. You can't risk that.
Listen.
I mean, if you could pick it, because there was another one where the guy could have caught the ball, but he just didn't catch it. It's just like
let me tell you something.
Stupid mistakes.
This whole game looked like what Ravens do all season long and all the past 2 years wrong. Let me tell you why. All right, boom. Zay Flowers fumble. I think Zay Flowers fumbled on our Chiefs playoff game too. Okay,
He did.
boom. That's
He
number
did.
one.
Twice, I
Number
think.
two, Mark Andrews dropped the ball. Mark Andrews did something fucking dumb that I still couldn't get over what the hell he was doing.
Drop it. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Right. Number three. Number three was Derrick Henry's fumble. Okay. Granted, Derrick Henry made up for it. He got the touchdown, but that was still a big issue this year. But people got to remember, Derrick Henry was fumbling in the Titans too. So let's not.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he had a couple fumbles with the Titans.
He had a couple of weird fumbles here and there. Not as many.
Yeah.
He had a couple.
So you got to think of that. Lamar Jackson, honestly, so how I became a Ravens fan was the movie The Blind Side, right? And it actually taught me a lot of football. And the biggest thing in The Blind Side was protecting your quarterback. Lamar Jackson does not get protected like these other quarterbacks. He cannot stay in the pocket, and not for nothing, he's not running the way he used to. Whether it's his injuries, whether he's trying to prove that he's this pocket passer, get over it now. You're that running back. Now this brings you back to the Michael Vick versus Lamar Jackson. If Michael Vick saw a play, he was running for it. Michael Vick didn't care what the social media was saying about him. Michael Vick was making those plays.
Didn't exist back then. We was on Black Planet back then.
Talking about first of all, Mike Vick is a stereotype. Randall Cunningham would throw the ball over your neck and then run on you. Michael Vick is just going to look at one target. Algie Crumple ain't open. I'm out of here.
Right,
Algie Crumple ain't open. I'm out of here.
Algie Crumple ain't open.
I said it for a while. The past couple games, and I was with people who are like regardless if they're fans or not, or Ravens or not, they always loved watching Lamar play. And my friend said it's not that Lamar spark anymore. You're not scared of Lamar Jackson anymore. He lost his that oh shit, we got to play Lamar Jackson tonight. Whether again, whether it's the coaching, whether he's whatever, whether it's hurt versus mad frustration. I think it was the guy you said. I think we're losing someone, whether it's John Harbaugh or Lamar. One of them are not. This combo's not working anymore.
Listen, man, it is your damn defensive coach. Listen, defense wins championships. You're right, but if you got a defensive coach that can get stops, create pressure when you need to create pressure, put players in the right position, that makes everything better for the offense. That pickup of that damn Chicago coach is what really fucked your whole recipe up. They should have left Harbaugh to call the defensive plays and brought in the offensive coordinator. I don't know what the hell.
I mean, they did that with Todd Monken because
he sucks. You know what?
I'm saying that their offense was too run centric.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Look what Greg Roman is doing with the Chargers right now. We were so mad at Greg Roman, but at least we got to a Super Bowl with Greg Roman. At least we were making winning playoff games with Greg Roman. When did you get to the Super
Bowl with him? Never.
2000. Yes, we did. Greg Roman was Yes, we did. 2013.
No, he wasn't there then.
Yes, he was.
No, he came with Lamar. Greg Roman came with Lamar. He wasn't.
Are you sure? No, I don't think so.
Listen. You said the other offensive coordinator was who? What did they brought over there?
Greg Roman. Todd Monken.
Oh, okay. When was he the offensive coordinator?
He was for Alabama. He was.
No, when was he the offensive coordinator for the Ravens?
2 years ago. Todd Monken.
What was their record?
What we keep losing.
What was their record?
13 and whatever.
Okay,
4.
never mind. Case. It didn't matter. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It didn't matter who you brought in that offensive coordinator. Who you had that defense. Your defense is what really thrives. That's what we always known Baltimore for. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. That is your recipe. Keep your defense strong. Lamar and them are going to put up points. But they come from the turnovers, beating up on another team. That's where they come from. Defense brings a lot with the Ravens. Like Chiefs offense makes their defense get pumped up. Do you get what I'm saying? That's their strength. That's what they're going to be known for. So Chiefs are always going to have a crazy offense. Receiver this running back. They're always going to try to make the offense look crazy. And their defense look just okay. Ravens.
Oh.
You got to have arguably one of the top 3, if not the best quarterback in the league, and your defense is making him look fucking average right now. So, I don't know. Playoff power ranks. What's going on?
So, all right, yeah. I mean, before we get to that, that's going to be our final segment.
Okay.
But I wanted to.
You're right. It was Cameron who was our offensive coach.
Man, I tried to tell you, man. You can't go against the great, do you?
Cameron. Greg Roman came in with Lamar Jackson.
I try to tell you these things, man.
I was getting.
Do it, Scott, man. Booyah.
I don't know why it's so staticky.
Put your mic on mute.
So shout out to my guy Zan, man. Zan PK, you know. He posted, I should have took a snapshot of the post. But he posted, let me see if I can find it or whatever. He said, I don't care what y'all think. Lamar Jackson is not better than Michael Vick. And I'm gonna because I don't want to mince his words, you know what I mean? I'm gonna find his exact words. So he was saying that basically Lamar Jackson ain't what Michael Vick was, and he just thinks that Michael Vick was a better player than Lamar Jackson. But like I said, I want to find the exact words that he used.
Well, let's not do this. There's 100 games to 91, even though that's 9 more, doesn't matter. Vick's best years got taken from when he was into jail. Those are going to be his best years. He was about to renew contract, could have went anywhere outside of Atlanta. He was about to he didn't even have to sign with Atlanta. He didn't get an extension or nothing. He was really about to make the most money, and he could have picked and chose whatever team he wanted to go to. Vick had to come back and be the backup to somebody else, and then he could never get a team that was his own, really like his own in his prime. Atlanta, that first before he went to jail, that first extent, he was showing you what he could be. I think he was about to develop the pocket QB person instead of that one look and then leave. He was going to develop that pocket. He was on his way to developing that pocket QB person that we see when he got out of jail, and then he started being a pocket QB again. But you can see when he got out of jail, he had like a second. Every team he went to, they had runs. Even the Jets, he had a run with the fucking Jets. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, Michael Vick, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did have like a little stint with the Jets.
And I'm gonna honestly, I'm not gonna sit there and take down from what Lamar only had Derrick Henry for like the last 2 years, I believe, 3 years maybe. So I can't sit there and say, oh, he's had a better, because he had work done. He had Roddy White. He had only he had Julio Jones. I think Julio got there after Mike left. But Mike didn't really have a crazy defense when he balled in Atlanta. He didn't really have a crazy. His number one receiver was Algie Crumpler.
Yeah, so this is the exact words. I found the post. He said, "I don't give IDGAF. I don't give a. I've been saying it for years, and I'm never gonna stop saying it. Vick is better than Lamar. I don't give a F. Feel how you wanna. Now, I'll say it, like Michael Vick was my favorite player of all time, right?
Still is.
But
you see the poster?
I mean, Lamar Jackson is my player of this era. My favorite player of this era. And Lamar Jackson is everything that we wanted Michael Vick to be.
Yeah.
As a quarterback and not just an athlete. Like Michael Vick was the Allen Iverson of football in his time period. Lamar Jackson became that pocket passer. He's broken records, won MVPs. I mean, he's trumped Michael Vick in every category up there.
But wait a second.
That's not even showing, because I got another stat that showed
the QB. Look at the QBs from then and now. Totally different caliber and what they was looking for. Nowadays, if Michael Vick was at his prime nowadays, he would have won a couple MVPs too.
That's what he was saying, bro. That's what Zan was saying. Zan was saying, yo, Lamar gets to run RPOs and all this other stuff.
All that.
And he was like, Michael Vick just had to scramble because they wouldn't tailor-made an offense for him. That was his argument.
RPOs, name some.
That's not true, though.
There was no RPOs back then.
No, there was no RPOs, but Dan Reeves did kind of change his offense for the foot for Michael Vick. Though. He did. So that's not necessarily there wasn't no RPOs, but the offense was catered to Michael Vick's skill set though. So we've been having quarterbacks scrambling for 40 years since Randall Cunningham. So I don't really buy that.
Hold on.
Michael Vick is a legend. He was a great player. He had spurts of greatness, but he doesn't have nowhere near the career that Lamar Jackson has. Lamar Jackson could easily be a 3-time. We talking about Michael Vick. He could have, would have. That's speculation. 100%. Lamar Jackson did it.
That's 100%.
And he did it multiple times. He could have easily been a 3-time MVP. He's 2-time MVP. And he could have won. He should have won it last year, really.
He should have.
40 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. I don't think
Vick had guys like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady to go against. I mean, it was a little bit the type of quarterback they was looking for then was not Vick. Vick couldn't have won a title if Vick would have threw for 5,000 yards and ran for 800 and had 46. They wasn't going to give Vick an MVP.
You don't think so?
Hell no. That was a Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, whole baby face, the bad guy, good guy. There was no real NFC guy that was like, the NFL was like, yo, this could be our guy besides Drew Brees.
You had Donovan McNabb. I mean, he wasn't, he was in the conversation every year too for a little bit.
And that was because Andy Reid was his coach. The minute he went over to Washington, he was no.
No, there was a guy. It was Brett.
Well, that was at the tail. He went to Washington he was washed up by then.
Brett Favre was in the mix too.
Brett Favre was in the mix. Then you had a young Aaron Rodgers when Brett left. It was
he came in like 2009.
Lamar's going up against Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I get it. He's going against the younger batch, but man. I think he was a finalist. I could be wrong twice. So he was in content. Like I think his second or third year, he could have. The year they went to the NFC Championship game. Well, I'm saying I just think back then it was more of the pocket QB of what they was looking for. The breakdown of defense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pocket QB. They wasn't looking for the guy that take. Now we're looking for the excitement. So the Lamar Jacksons and the guys that'll take off and run or could make it exciting. Break out the pocket and have you playing backyard football a little bit. We're going to give it to him, especially when you scramble so much, somebody's got to get open. DB's can only get about 3 to 5 seconds worth of holding.
Right, but but he was dominant. That his first MVP to me is still his best year ever. I've never seen
when he ran 1,000 yards, right? Yeah.
I can't remember the exact stats, but that's probably one of the greatest years from a quarterback in NFL history.
I mean, just look at the difference here. I mean, like Biz said, but this is to give it a background. This is through 8 years for both players. 8 years, first 8 years of your career. Now we know Michael Vick. You know, he had his ups. He had his ups and downs with the law and all that. But 96 touchdowns to 185 rushing yards. Now we know Michael Vick to be an amazing runner. He was until Cam Newton. Really, Cam Newton is the one that really brought the RPO to the league,
right?
But Lamar Jackson 6,100 rushing yards to 4,200. That's his best attribute, and look how much he's killing that. He got 3 Pro Bowls to Michael Vick's 4 Pro Bowls, and then Michael Vick was never an All-Pro.
Wow.
Lamar Jackson was an All-Pro and an MVP twice, actually. It says 1, but he was twice over an MVP. Like I said, I love both players, but if I had to take one, man, I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson. Michael Vick was, he was the number 1 overall pick. And if we go back to college, Lamar Jackson was a Heisman Trophy winner and unbelievable in college. Michael Vick was crazy in college, but he had the injury the second year. And then he still was the number 1 overall pick. They fronted on Lamar, but he was one of the best Heisman Trophy winners
that was. First of all, they fronted Lamar because first of all, you have people like Mel Kiper and fucking Adam and those that. Well, he's a running back in the court. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He kept doing that running back love.
Shut up.
Yeah.
All that. He's a running back. He's not a pocket QB. Can never throw the ball in the field with accuracy. I just don't see it. Shut up.
A lot of dudes got fired for that.
Bro,
right.
The Jets got Bryce Petty that year. Shut up.
Shit.
Pissed off, man. Pissed me off. We got Sam Darnold or Bryce Petty that year.
I think it was Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was the third.
He was the third pick. Yeah.
I don't care. Lamar,
I kept saying that whole year.
Lamar was doing it in Louisville.
I kept saying
running in Louisville alone.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar's running in Louisville alone would have had me like, I'm picking this kid. I'll develop him as a quarterback. I'm picking him. I'll develop him as his arm and his running ability alone. I'll develop his accuracy. If accuracy was his thing, because they didn't doubt his arm. Oh, he has an arm, but he has
no, they doubted. It wasn't his accuracy. They doubted his arm. They doubted his arm. Because that's what me and Zan was going. Zan was saying Lamar Jackson can't throw outside the numbers. And I found a 12-minute YouTube film
of him
outside the numbers. Come on, man.
I'm saying, like, what are they watching? What are these guys that just saying that he can't? And then, bro, his running alone on Louisville. I'm thinking, yo, Michael Vick. That's just me. I'm thinking,
right.
We have a weapon. We have a legit tuck and run weapon if we need to. We'll figure it out. Everything else. Everybody just said, no, we don't want him. Harbaugh sat there and said, "You gonna let this kid fall into my lap? Like I don't know what to do with him. Like I'm gonna pass him up."
It was really Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, it really was Ozzie. But either way, Ozzie knew what he was doing when he knew what type of coach he had and what type of play he was getting. He knew what type of work Harbaugh would put into him. It's just dumb, man. We listen to too many of these people. I get it. They're supposed to be specialists and all this, and I respect their job. But you have made a lot of bad calls. Zach Wilson. Oh, he's the next Steve Young. Shut up. Like, he's just the dumb stuff, man. Just the weird stuff. D. Milner. Oh, he's really 2.0. Oh, my God. They tricked me
with that one, too. Sauce Gardner.
That's why the worst draft one. D. Milner was terrible. I don't think he was in the league for 3 years.
USC. Wasn't it Trevor McKnight from USC?
Oh, don't do my man Joe McKnight.
Joe McKnight, but he wasn't a high draft pick, though. He was like third round, right?
But we went and got him and said, oh, he's LaDainian Tomlinson 2. He has the skill set.
Oh, no.
The bitch dropped a fucking weight bar on his neck. He was done after the second year. And he really didn't do nothing but kick return and punt return.
Rest in peace, man, to Joe. My God.
Joe McKnight was nice, but
I'm not disrespecting. What I'm saying is,
I got you.
The Jets, we listen to these sports analysts that say he's this and he's that, and the USC, and he did this, and then we get to the NFL and they do nothing. Bro, shut up. If you don't, just shut up.
No, I feel you, man. So, Zan, this was for you, man. We had to throw some statistics your way, and I should have actually invited you up here to
Zan,
I actually did, but it didn't seem like he was really adamant about his take.
I sit on that hill with you.
Yeah, because he would have had to stand on business.
With you.
So Biz, man, what I asked you earlier, I said, okay, there's on the AFC and the NFC, there's 7 playoff spots. 5 playoff slots have been secured on each side, right? So there's still the AFC North Division title is still up for grabs with Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and then on the NFC side, it's the South. It's the Panthers and the Buccaneers, And then the 2 7 seeds are still up for grabs. In the NFC, it's the Packers and the Lions, and then in the AFC, the Texans and the Colts are trying to get that last.
They're trying hard. I think they're trying hard to give us a Bears Packers NFC Championship game for some reason. I don't like that. But.
I say it's going to be the Bears. Well, I want to hold my until that time comes. But so I asked Biz to rank the teams that have already secured the playoffs, right? So Biz, just break down your AFC teams and why you picked each
very
team.
Quick.
All that.
I think, like I said, we watched the rise and fall. The Patriots already, they're on the rise again. I think just Drake May is giving you everything that you need your young QB to give. And right now, they're even with the win over Baltimore, the comeback win over Baltimore in Baltimore, I believe it was. Was it in Baltimore? That's huge for them. At least you know they can win games on the road. They're not the number one seed for no reason, or they won't be the number one seed for no reason. Jags are at their peak right now. They're on the rise. They've got a big win against I think was it just the Packers? Maybe Broncos. They got a big win against the Broncos. I like that. Broncos, Bo Nix, Peyton, Sean Payton. They're gonna go places. Chargers still a lot of beating up, O-line beating up. Justin Herbert hanging around with the left hand, and the Bills just don't scare me no more like that.
What?
But you gotta respect them.
All right, go break down your the NFC teams, and then me and Drew will comment on it.
This is where it gets shaky at because I think Bears play the Niners this week, or who do they play this week?
I can look it up. I don't think the Niners don't play anybody.
There's like a couple. The Niners versus Seahawks. See, Niners can easily.
That's the final game.
Niners can easily be number 2, but I need to see them beat the Seahawks. Rams are everybody's biggest threat, except for the Eagles for some reason. I don't understand. But Rams offense is high powered. I don't feel like no one can really stop them. Seahawks, Sam Darnold, JSN, their defense is great. 49ers are on the rise, just like Jaguars. Very scary, especially knowing that they can get their star running linebacker back if everything falls in place, right? Yep. Bears are scary, but they're not. And Eagles are just like the Bills. They don't scare me like they used to.
Let me say, you were right. The 49ers do play the Bears this week. So
okay. So that right there determines, this is what's going to be crazy is, right? That right there determines if the 49ers lose, I'm going to have to move them out of my top 5. Even though if they are, it's still a top 5. Because I feel like they're on the rise. And if Bears beat the Niners, though, Bears moves to number 2. And I'm going to move Seahawks to 3. Okay. So that means the Bears won. They started out 0-2 and they went on a 9-1 spree in their next 10 games. And they got big wins. So if they can beat the Niners, I'm gonna have to that's a big win for me. They got to move to number 2.
And this is just when I asked him to do the rankings, I said rank the teams based off of Super Bowl. Which team you think can win the Super Bowl? So that's what he, that's what went into that. So Drew, what are you thinking? You want me to put the list back up there, or
yeah, put it up there real quick again.
Yeah.
The Patriots is kind of hard to bet against, but I like the Bills.
Me too.
I like the Bills out of the AFC. Out of this top 5, the Bills and the Chargers, I like Jim Harbaugh a lot, what he brings to the table. He's going to have those guys ready. I think Justin Herbert is ready to take the next step. So I like him. And then the Bills, they've been pushing the last few years. I kind of think they get over the hump. I just don't trust Bo Nix with the Broncos. They got a great defense, but I don't know if I trust him in the playoff situation as of yet.
Yep.
And I don't know about Trevor Lawrence. I don't know about Drake May. He's still young, but he's shown like the best promise.
He's not. Remember, I was hollering Drake earlier in the season.
Huh?
I was hollering Drake earlier in the season. I was like,
I like Drake May a lot too.
I like Drake.
But Bills, out of this group, I like them the most. In the NFC, I like the Rams and the Eagles. The Eagles, they champions. I think when it's time to really play and you're going to put your money on them, you can't go wrong to me with the Eagles. The Rams is looking real good. They look explosive on offense. They unstoppable at times. Seahawks, I don't trust Sam Darnold at all.
Really?
I just don't trust him. The 49ers, I like them too, but I think the Rams and Eagles, I think they will beat the Eagles and the Rams will beat the 49ers. And the Bears, they a couple years away, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if Bills run into Broncos, Bo Nix is gonna show you why he belongs there, and that Broncos defense matches up so perfect against what the Bills bring. That's gonna be an upsetting thing if Bills run into them.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of agree with you on that one because every team has a matchup problem.
That's a scary one.
So
Broncos linebackers, their linebackers and their D line can control the offensive line, and their linebackers are QB and running back destroyers. They're gonna hit you if you have the ball. If you play action like you're gonna give them the ball. If you put them in the screen, they're gonna hit the screen. They're gonna make your running back feel it every time he crosses the line of scrimmage, no matter what. And your quarterback, they're gonna push him to the ground. Josh Allen might have to run a lot on that game, and that's gonna be the game that Cook has under 70 yards rushing.
Right.
Because that pullback, that counter play that they run is not gonna work with Denver because their front line can control offensive lines.
Right. No, that's a great take. Like I said, certain squads.
Chargers would be a good one.
Yeah, the Jaguars and Chargers. I'd like to see the Jaguars and the Patriots. I feel like they're similar in teams. Like you said, the Broncos and the Bills would be great. Based off of whoever the wins the AFC North. I really don't want to see Pittsburgh in there. Pittsburgh is really not going to see them.
They're going to do it because, listen, they're going to do it because it's Aaron Rodgers' end of his career. They're going to sit Lamar and them down, bro. I'm telling you.
You think so? I think Lamar is going to get in there.
If Lamar and them are not 100%, they're not going to let them go. Just like Christy said, they're not going to put that defense out there during playoff time to look bad. Lamar is injured. They don't know if he's going to be able to play or be healthy. It wouldn't be nothing that people would want to watch besides it being the playoffs.
But the Ravens still got a shot to get in?
Yeah. Cleveland has to beat Pittsburgh this week, and the Ravens have to beat the Packers, and then they play Pittsburgh for the last game of the season if they win that. So the Ravens have an outside shot. I think Pittsburgh is going to lose to Cleveland this week. Myles Garrett is going to break the sack record this week. And then the Ravens beat the Packers. It comes down to the last game. Ravens get in. Ravens play the Chargers and get that ass whooped by the Chargers in the playoffs. Because it's always called. They love a Harbaugh brother matchup.
Man.
And this will be the first time that Jim Harbaugh beats John in the playoffs. That's what I think will happen. We'll see after next week. But in the NFC, I'm leaning towards the 49ers. Like right now, but like I said, I'm gonna hold my Super Bowl pick until the playoffs is set. I still love the Packers. Y'all know I've been for the Packers since the beginning of the year. My original Super Bowl or original Final Four, let's say, was the Commanders and the Packers, the Chiefs and the Ravens. Now there's a chance 3 out of the 4 might not even make the playoffs.
Hold on, who was mine? Mine was Eagles and Ravens, wasn't it, for Super Bowl?
It was. Yep, it was. It was.
But it was Broncos and Ravens in the AFC.
Oh, did you pick them? I remember niggas laughed at me when I said the Patriots.
Bo has a swag about him that's just like, I've been here before. Like, I'm ready for this. I'm not your typical young QB. I'm ready for it.
Right.
And that's Sean Payton. That's that when you have a coach that they can like bring you out your shell. That's what Sean Payton does. He is a quarterback's coach that wants you to spread the ball over the field. He's gonna get you in the right spots, to do what you do. You love a coach like that if you're a Bo Nix type of guy.
Yeah. So well, there's a lot of games this weekend. So there's the Christmas Day games. A lot of those games don't have too much.
No, none of them have merit.
Yeah, none of them have too much merit. We'll probably do a show after the Saturday night games, because that we'll pretty much know after the Saturday night games for the most part who's going to be in and who's not. And then so we'll figure it out and we'll let y'all know when we'll be on. But we're trying to get a set schedule. I like more of these morning shows for y'all. I think that it kind of flows better. The 7:00 at night shit, it's doesn't really get as much viewership as the morning shows do. But we'll see. We'll play around with it. I know on Sunday, I think the show was that I said that we was going to be doing the Kingston Tigers game today, and I was up. That was my fault. The game is actually next Tuesday, the 30th. So we'll be doing that next week. And then we'll be talking about this college football playoffs. We should have some games on. Those games are going to be on Friday, right, Drew, and Saturday?
That's correct. And I think these games are neutral games. We were talking about that the last show.
Right.
There was home and away. I think all the games this week are in neutral fields.
Oh. Okay.
That's big.
So yeah, so I think that we were talking other teams was playing like home. So Miami's not going to Ohio State this weekend.
Okay. All right. So yeah, after those games, we'll have a show probably on Sunday. That'll be our next show. But like I said, I want our shows to be in the morning before when y'all drive to work, all that stuff. And your boys talk this real sports talk, not this weird extreme weirdism that you hear from these people. So we out of here, y'all.
Take it easy, man.
Here we go.
Right. Boom, boom, boom. BB had to do it to him. Cock back if a nigga front, I'ma pop that. Got straps, you don't want smoke, you better stop that. Real nigga, there's certain shit that I do not jack. Plus I got some killers on my side and they do not rap. Fake nigga, there's certain